Alright. Oh, very nice profile icons, especially from Soin as well. Lin with his dancing elf, I guess, but yeah. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another Warcraft replay here. Or Chimera this time around. This was the one I was talking about in the last video, which was the Lucifer Lin one. If you haven't watched, go ahead if you want to watch. Definitely unorthodox heroes, especially for Lucifer's side. It's just
Ready to work.
yeah, it's orc versus undead. But either way, this time on the Flood Plains, two very uncommon maps coming in from these two players here, with these two games in fact. This will be old versus new pretty much. The old, which is referring to the Blade Master, who is slowly losing his first pick rate, I guess, and the Farseer, who has substantially rose in first hero pick for Orc especially. Only Orc can pick him, but yeah, Farseer, so it's going to be Soin with the Farseer, and Lin's going to go for the Blade Master. Oh, it's not even the Blade Master. Huh, that is rather awkward. I could have sworn it was Blade Master. Maybe I was looking at the race picture instead of the first hero picture. I screwed up. Okay, it's just gonna be which new hero is better, I guess. Because the Farseer and the Shadow Hunter has risen up quite a bit in hero picks, because Farseer with his Spirit Wolves, I believe, and just base stats, I think. I honestly don't remember 1.29 changes, but Shadow Hunter on the other hand, I think his Hex got nerfed a little bit in terms of duration, but his Serpent Wards did get a pretty good buff. So yeah, there's that. Oh, thank God. I was worried that Soin was the one with the Farseer and not the Blade Master, so the colors would have been mixed up. I would have had to attract the Blade Master manually, since he was invis, but nope, not this time around. Someone going for an extremely early tier 2, which is foregoing the second grunt, I believe, or maybe just no grunt at all. No, second grunt, so is going to rely on those Spirit Wolves to do the work. As you can hear there, Shadow Hunter placed down his Serpent Ward somewhere. There we go. Serpent Ward clearing out the remainder of the camp there, and might be a bit of trouble, but except the Spirit Wolves and the Farseer able to snipe down that Serpent Ward. Level 1 Serpent Ward, despite getting a bit of a health boost, it is still going to take quite a lot of damage from those Spirit Wolves there, as the Spirit Wolves just get refreshed, and now the Shadow Hunter is down to half health. Well, really aggressive playing here from Soin, going to rush down Lin's Shadow Hunter, which is really good in itself, because that kind of puts the pressure back on Lin's side of the map, and that's going to let him expand for free. Lin going to expand now, but he is a little bit behind compared to his opponent, although to be fair, it's not that big of a difference. It's just an extra grunt versus not. I don't even know what this one grunt is doing, to be honest, but yeah, I guess he can just defend if he wants to. Shadow Hunter, yikes, is taking quite a bit of, is dealing a lot of damage to the Farseer, since the Farseer wasn't able to pick up any salves before he departed, so we'll be getting that very soon. And yeah, there's that, I guess. The one problem I see, despite someone's very aggressive play early on, is that the Serpent Wards might actually prove to be a lot more scalable than did I say Serpent Wards? Serpent Wards are a lot more scalable than Spirit Wolves, I think. At least in my opinion, I think that is correct. I don't know, to be honest. They could be fairly even, but Spirit Wolves, I mean, you only can have 2 at the same time. Serpent Wards, you can stack quite a bit. Only problem is your opponent could just move out of the range, and that's the end of that. Spirit Wolves going for some harassment on the peons there, but since only level 1 and battle stations is a thing, not gonna do too much there. Shadow Hunter able to farm up very easily with the Serpent Wards, but here comes a couple of grunts from Soin's side, and is going to try and disrupt as best as possible. Serpent Ward's going to get taken down there. As the item, I don't think the item has been dropped just yet. I think the Nightcrawler has the items for him for the camp. But there we go, lightning balls onto the Shadow Hunter there, taking quite a bit of damage. And we're just going to be exchanging some grunts now, as that is going to get level 2 over to the Shadow Hunter, and Healing Wave is going to come into play. So just a little bit more difficult for the Farseer to finish the job. He might still be able to do it though, I guess. He's going to take a lot of damage in return, however, so
Work complete.
might need to be a little careful. I mean, the problem is Farseer is not getting any experience, and that is kinda bad. So unable to pick up that grunt, and yeah, Soin's not gonna find too much now. I think he is kind of overstaying his welcome. Bestiary Sparrow Lodge is going to be placed down. Grunt still not taken out yet. One more hit, and oh wow, 2 more hits, but there we go. Able to pick up that kill, and yeah, the Farseer is still kind of far away though, so I mean, this is a floodplain, so there is plenty of camps to go off of. Shadow Hunter second for Soin, Blade Master second for Lin. Okay, so I still need to track the Blade Master manually because he does not appear on the minimap when he goes Windwalk, but yeah, that will be fine. I think I can change the colors back. No, I can't. Okay. Go back to switch colors. Blade Master took a lot. Thankfully, the Farseer is nowhere near. And yep, someone's finally going into farming here because he desperately needs levels on his 2 heroes. It seems like the comp is just the same for both sides, Sparrow Lodge, Bestiary, but the heroes are different, so I'm not sure how much the different hero picks are going to matter because, I mean, Lin's heroes are kind of... The Shadow Hunter has a level up, I guess. That is what I was pretty much going to say. But here we go with another skirmish here. Serpent Wards for the blue side, as Lin is just going to back off. He does not want any of this to happen, as the Blade Master, I guess, was far away. So level 2 for the Farseer, and that is probably going to be level 1 Chain Lightning. Blade Master wasn't able to get the kill, but he was able to take the Potion of Invuln. So, consolation prize to be honest, but the Shadow Hunter did pick up that dust for the future, I guess. Blade Master gets easy bit of experience on that low hit point Serpent Ward.
Work complete.
I honestly don't know if it's worth keeping low hit point Serpent Wards around for vision, or if you kind of worry too much about the experience you give away. That is kind of a conundrum there, but yep, level 3 Shadow Hunter, level 1 Blade Master I think still. He is invis, oh god, how do I find him? There he is. Just misses the dust, so very lucky on that. He is still level 1. The Shadow Hunter did sell an aura item I believe, as he did pick up 200 gold there, so it was probably Devotion Aura to be honest, but yeah, spotted Lin's army, who did spend resources on something, War Mill, so not too sure what that entails, possibly some upgrades, but I mean, to be honest, you can't really be too sure. Someone is stacking on a lot of resources, so he could expand or he could do something weird, I don't know, but something's happening. Pillage is being researched, the gold mine is being cleared out here, so that is a possible expansion attempt, but now that the main base is being attacked, I think someone should probably recall TP Scroll as quickly as possible. Can his units actually reach? Uh-oh, some of his units didn't actually come back, and he is going to lose a couple of Orc Burrows for that. Is going to lose 2 Orc Burrows for that, which is really bad because he is now upside down supply. And Lin, I'm not sure if he's actually even intimidated by this. he is going to just stick around. He does have his Serpent Wards placed down, so that is going to be really good. But the Kodo Beast is out for the blue side. That is going to be quite a significant DPS boost for the blue orcs. But is the Focus Fire good? The Blade Master going straight after that Kodo Beast who is being ensnared. Healing Wave is going to come down, but is that going to be enough? It seems like it is, as the Shadow Hunter of Lin is going to be channeling his TP, and that will be a not too many losses for Lin, but he was able to get 2 borrows, so very much worth, to be honest. But now that the expansion is going to be placed down, if Soin is able to keep this up for quite a bit, he will be able to eventually take the lead, but I mean, he has to live for like the next 4 minutes, I guess. And he needs to rebuild his burrows, so these 2 burrows will be that, and yeah, no counterattack just yet for Lin. I think he's just going back to creeping, since his Shadow Hunter is very close to 4, and his Blade Master is very close to 3.
Work complete.
As
Work complete.
a really odd decision there from Lin actually killing his own burrow. I think he was trying to free his Spirit Walker, but why didn't he just attack this tree then? Maybe misclick? I don't know, but that is really, really weird. Black Drake is going to get taken down, and the item is going to be Potion of Divinity. Oh no, not Divinity. Restoration. I forgot that Divinity is the cup. Restoration and Sentry Wards, so it's basically greater healing and mana potion, and Sentry Wards is just obviously Sentry Wards, so there is that. Honestly, this looks more like a divine potion than the Potion of Divinity, to be honest, because Potion of Divinity is just a cup. It's like a cup with brown tea, I guess. I don't know. That kind of seemed more like a potion than this thing. Where is it? There it is.
We're under attack.
Not actually too sure on who this is good on. It might be the Shadow Hunter's item, but it's not gonna get full value out of it because of the 500 health. Plus 3 strength for the Farseer, just giving him more stats, more HP. As someone actually breaks into low upkeep. I mean, he can't afford to do that since he is 2 basing, but that second base has been spotted, and now the Blade Master is going to try and wreak some havoc on these defenseless workers here, but Lin just going straight after possibly the Orc Burrows yet again. We do have a TP scroll available for the Farseer, and he is going to be TPing back to his main base, but all Lin needs to do is just divert his attention to the expansion. Speed scroll actually doing a lot of work, actually, creating distance between the 2 armies, as yeah, Lin just has free hits onto this great hole. Going to be able to half it. Does Lin actually have any way of escaping? He does have a TP scroll on his Blade Master. But he might actually just choose to fight this. Soin does have the supply advantage, and he's actually going to be able to destroy the Great Hole, so very, very few losses. I don't think he even lost a single unit. Meanwhile, Soin lost his entire base, or his entire second base, so that is extremely bad because now that he's in low upkeep, he doesn't have a second base to afford that very, very destructive tax. He actually has triple Kodo comp there, so I do like the idea. More Kodos basically means more units just freely taken out of the battle instantly, but yeah, he needs to get that second base up and running as quickly as possible, as Lin is going to make his own base as well. Interesting enough, he chose to build it at the far gold mine instead of the close one over here, but then again that kind of plays into the same mindset of it's in an unlikely place, so it's probably going to be unlikely scouted for and that might actually just work out, as I mean, Soin doesn't even have the inkling to scout around for potential bases, as he's just gonna rebuild that expansion. Yeah. Wow, mass sellings here from both Orc heroes, as not too sure what Soin is wanting with that gold. Right now he only picked up the TP scroll and speed scroll. Blademaster going in once again, and he is going to be spouting that expansion being rebuilt. I think he did get spotted by the Orc units there as soon as he got popped out. But yeah, sentry wards are on the field, and we'll be able to spot the blue blob on the map. Expansion is now built. I think Soin might be nearing that soon, I don't know, but he is going to be going for a camp instead, as Lin is going to slowly encroach his advantage with a bigger army, as he's still just pumping out the same units. He does have Troll Witch Doctors, which is a really good tech, I would say. Sentry Wards is very useful, obviously, and if they get their Adept training, or maybe even Masters training, Stasis Traps and Healing Wards would be a bit of a game changer. Although I'm trying to remember if wards can even get disenchanted. Then if they do, then maybe it's not a good idea, but it's probably better than just shamans, because shaman bloodlust can definitely be disenchanted. Right now I think it's just a single Witch Doctor for Lin to just place down sentry wards, which is understandable since Floodplains is a very big map, so any sentry wards placed down is very valuable, as over here right now is going to be spotting where Soin is currently at, which means Lin is very confident in going for this chain ensnare onto that Blademaster there. But I guess we kind of ran out of raiders, as the Kodo Beasts, oh no, they're exposed. They're going to be focus fired here by Lin, as yeah, one Kodo is going to get taken down immediately, chain lightning onto the Kodo Beast over there, but it's going to get instantly disenchanted, as it seems like the Sentry Wards did not, the Servant Wards did not get disenchanted, or at least took damage, as Lin still has the 10 supply advantage, as I mean just these bulks of Serpent Wards just being placed down, constantly adding DPS there. More chain lightnings coming in from the Farseer, but now he is out of mana. Blademaster on the other hand does not have an invuln, or he doesn't have a potion. Where is that potion? It is on the Shadow Hunter, so yeah, he needs to be careful about that invuln wearing out, but the Farseer is now going to be TPing back home. Yikes, that is really disastrous for Soin. Now that he is 20 supply down, he lost about all 3 of his Kodos, and I think most of his Raiders as well, so he only has a couple of Spirit Walkers left, and it seems like the Great Hole is going to get taken down, as there's absolutely no way of actually beating this army yet again. Damn. So that is a base getting taken down a second time. I don't even think this base is even being scouted. Oh no, it has been damaged a little bit, so its existence has been acknowledged, but sadly Lin attacked way too soon, and there is going to be no counter-attack coming in from Soin, as he is most likely going to be losing this fight. Potion of Restoration is going to be used on the Shadow Hunter, just topping himself off with extra mana, and more Serpent Wards are going to be placed down. Farseer on the other hand, unable to place down any wolves or any chain lightnings there, and he will slowly be pushed back to his base yet again, as yeah, it seems like I'm not sure if it's going to be attributed to the Shadow Hunter win, since we have Shadow Hunter on this side as well, but I think Lin just played it really well, so being able to snipe the expansions. Soin, I mean, as soon as he lost his expansion and was unable to break down his opponents, that kind of led to that loss there. Farseer is going to be taken down despite the healing wave coming in. That is going to be that, and yikes, Soin losing a ton of his units right now. Serpent Ward War, but Yeah, that's just not going to be enough. Level 3. I don't know, that is a level 5 Shadow Hunter, so I'm actually amazed that the Shadow Hunter got such high levels, but with the Blade Master able to snipe down that Shadow Hunter, level 6 has been attained, but no mana for a Blade Storm, as that is going to be that. So, yeah, who would have thought? Shadow Hunter Blade Master is still pretty strong. And we had 2 level 6 heroes for Lin, although not enough mana for either Big Bad Voodoo or Blade Storm, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this Orc Mirror. Despite the different hero comps, the army comps were pretty similar, and yeah, just the timings of the attacks were just going towards Lin there. So that's going to be that. I'll see you guys again next time.